Alexandro Rotundi, singer, songwriter, multi-instrumentalist, and a home producer with over a million hits, will be debuting Around You on Plug and Play Indie, an upcoming interview on Plug and Play as well via Zoomcast. Welcome to the channel, Rotundi Alexandro. A spiritual and soulful singer that I hear on the morning drive, and a multi-instrumentalist, and has a million hits on Spotify. What's it take to get a million hits on Spotify?
It's I think it comes down to half and half, being half a musician and half a businessman. You have to reach out to a lot of people and kind of grow the community of people that and people that run playlists, and essentially just building connections, and that's about it. Just being able to kind of promote yourself along with the music making part of it.
So I had you on the Plug and Play India interview on my radio station, and you're
Yeah,
influenced by pop rock and jazz.
yeah, yeah. I studied jazz, and I grew up listening to pop and rock, anything from the Police to the Beatles to oh, there we go.
So you're influenced by pop, rock, and jazz,
Yeah.
and some of the indie music. It was Mac DeMarco and Sticky Fingers, The Police, Zombie, and XTC. And I remember from the interview from the radio station.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember that very well. Yeah, just so yeah, a lot of newer stuff like that. A lot of there's a genre called bedroom pop. Artists like Boy Pablo. A lot of stuff kicking around right now that's really influential to that style of music, I think.
And a lot of influences are from the Beach Boys and
Yep.
who else that I remember.
A lot of '60s
Beatles,
acts like
Beatles,
that.
Beatles. I love your
Yeah.
Beatles act. Yes, of course, my favorite, the Beatles. Yes. Hello, you're broken up.
Yeah. Mine too. Mine too.
So, tell us about Around You that I bought at your
Oh,
how you came about with this album that's spinning on the Plug and Play Indie radio station, along with your Midnight Metro spinning on the radio station right now as we speak, and you have a new upcoming hit today. Today,
yeah, it just came out today actually. So
absolutely perfect timing.
it is, yeah. So I appreciate the opportunity to speak about it and promote it a little bit. But yeah, so those that CD you got there, that one's from 2019. It's called Around You. That's more of a singer-songwriter acoustic style, but I'm trying to kind of go in a bit more of a fun electric kind of new wave inspired style right now. And this new song is called Constellations. You can find it by typing in Alessandro and Constellations on any streaming service like Spotify or Apple Music or iTunes. And I don't know, John. It's just a pretty chill little tune, and I kind of wrote it at and recorded it at home, and that's about it.
Tell us the process how you do all the instruments. Do you use
Right. So
GarageBand, or Acid Pro, or what do you use?
yeah, so I use Apple's program called Logic Pro, which is kind of like GarageBand's big brother program. And I essentially do it from home. You can probably see I have some drums in the background here with some towels draped over them, which is for muting the reverberation. And then I have my keyboard here, which is plugged into my computer, which I'm talking on right now. I have this little MIDI keyboard where you can play, smaller melodies and hook it up to your computer. I have quite a few microphones. I don't know if you can see them, but there's some over top of the drums, and they're condenser microphones, which are like different than live microphones, which are like the smaller ones. The condenser microphones are more to get like a room sound. So yeah, essentially I would, record into a soundboard into my computer, and then do many different layers of things like guitars, like rhythm guitars, and then multi-tracking lead guitars and then adding bass. And then either I do the drums myself, or on this track particularly, my friend Eric from Midnight Metro played the drums. So thanks to him for that. And then after that, you can kind of track some synths on there to fill out the space. And then the mixing process is just like having all your tracks there, and then you do this thing called EQ, which is where you take the harmonic spectrum of treble, bass, mids, and all that, and kind of each track you balance it to make sure it sits well within the frequency space, make sure there's no clashing frequencies and everything sounds harmonious and there's no clashing, no muddiness. It's just a kind of a balancing process, and then when all that's done and finished, you get it mastered, which some people do themselves, but I had a guy in Tecumseh do it. So mastering is kind of like when it's the final product is the final coat of varnish on your song, and they really kind of clean it up and get it ready for distribution, right? They kind of compress it a little bit, add some volume and some boost so that on the radio kind of it pops really nicely, and that's basically the process, and then you have to try to start promoting it.
Like the commercials. The commercials are louder than the music, right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's
Movies.
because the mastering engineer that did the commercial really boosted it up in the show. And yeah, so that's exactly it. Yeah,
So tell the viewers why you got Kiss plastered all around your basement as a practice for your father. That's in the number one Canadian tribute band for Kiss, Destroyer.
absolutely. Yes, this is my dad's room that I kind of exist within as well. But yeah, so he's got a lot of his tribute band Destroyers memorabilia around the room, which it's quite literally everywhere.
So that's what led you to be a multi-instrument.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
Because you have
absolutely.
drums and keyboards, guitar. What else can you play?
I play ukulele, bass, drums. I dabble in trumpet, harmonica, but guitar and piano is my definitely my comfort zone.
So you are a teacher at University of Windsor?
Not quite. I'm just studying to be a teacher at the University of Windsor in hopes of being like a grade school or high school music teacher. So I just actually, so I need to kind of get my application together and do a formal job interview. But yeah, so hopefully a music teacher at some level.
Fantastic. So you met some of your idols from the Beach Boys, I take it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I did a project in 2019 at the university, which was kind of discovering and uncovering a certain community of music. So I chose the California scene, and particularly the Beach Boys. And part of the project was I have a collection of bootlegs, and I wanted to take an unfinished song that they never put out on a record, and kind of it's like, okay, well, what did they leave behind? Well, they left behind most of it because it was just a kind of a crappy tape recorder demo. And so I learned the song and I started recording it from scratch, and then I arranged it in a way that I thought they might have done it. So it's like, okay, well, what would they have done? Echo on the piano and lots of harmony overdubs, like 5 or 6 or 7, and lots of echoey guitars and reverb and the surfy guitar sound. You know what I'm talking about. It just like stuff like that. It's just how do you make it have the vibe of the Beach Boys? And then anyway, when I finished the project, I had sent it to them and just kind of told them what I was doing on one of their websites, and they were quite interested in it. So when they played in Caesars Windsor in 2019, I'm trying to remember, I think it was February. Uh, myself and my fiance Ashley went backstage and gave them copies of the song, and they were very nice, very kind, very gracious, and it was an honor to meet them. And they even let me stay to listen to them sound check harmonies. It wasn't even a sound check; it was a rehearsal. Actually, they were rehearsing for an upcoming tour that they weren't currently doing repertoire for. So they were rehearsing some stuff that they weren't quite like playing on stage yet. So I got to listen to them kind of rehearse and go back and forth and make a couple mistakes, and it was a lot of fun. It was a really cool experience and a very inspiring one.
Fantastic. Good for you. You got any upcoming events that Midnight Metro or yourself are going to debuting?
Yeah, let me look at my calendar here. I do have a couple things I'd like to
Oh
say for
yeah,
sure.
here we go.
So tonight, Friday, May 6th, I'm at Tabbouleh. So I'll be singing at Tabbouleh, which is on L'Esperance Road. It's a Tabbouleh by Eddie's. So it's a Lebanese cuisine restaurant. On Friday, May 20th, I'll be at La Rucola, which is right next door. It's an Italian restaurant on the corner of L'Esperance and EC Row. On Sunday, May 22nd, I'm at Rochester Place. So that's a cool, the golf club there.
Nice.
Uh, Friday, May 27th, back at La Rucola. Don't have much going on with Midnight Metro right now. We got a couple members one living in Toronto and one in Ottawa. So it's been a little bit of a challenge getting together in the flesh to do some work.
How
But
about considering doing something like Zoomcast and editing something on Zoomcast like they do? Is it possible to have three or four people plugged into a interface that you can record at the same time?
we tried it during COVID when we couldn't get together. There's a program that does it fairly well, but the problem is that the internet currently, I think it has a lot of limitations to
Bandwidth?
be able to play, yeah, bandwidth and stuff, to be able to play like without lag. There's a lot of lag. Like even when we thought we were all on time, there was still like just a millisecond. It needs to be so accurate, and sometimes the internet's not entirely there.
Right. I noticed that the our interview today is kind of lagging too. It kind of
It
stops.
could be me. It could be my internet. I'm not sure.
Right, right. No, I do get it occasionally on
Yeah.
some interviews, but it's going fine so far. Um, can you play a song? The
Yeah.
can you give us a demonstration of the hit single
Well, I don't know
Celeste?
if it's a hit, but yeah, I will for
It
sure.
will be, because I.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, John. I appreciate that
Call it
support.
again. I'm sorry, Celestial.
Sorry.
What's the name of the song?
It's called
Oh,
Constellations.
Constellation.
All right. I'll play a little bit. I hope it sounds okay, but I'll try my best. Take me to a place I've never been before. Room where metal escape the walls and
Oh, we got some lag again.
shading the sky when nighttime comes around. Valley beneath the hills is where I long to be. 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 Sails on a boat to somewhere far away. And built a little place for us inside a forest glade. Climb up on a hill where constellations glow. Candlelight the eyes of friends we've left behind. Where I long to be, where I long to be. Where I long to be, where I long to
Bravo, bravo. That's beautiful.
Thank
Now,
you.
you're gonna have electric or acoustic, or you're gonna have drum tracks on there, or piano. What else you gonna have on there?
I mean, I don't know. I have to get better at. I want to get more into the whole looping business where you can have the backing tracks and whatnot. Because right now it's just me and a guitar. Because when I'm working in the basement and doing the multi-tracking, it's easy to kind of layer a bunch of different instruments. But as you know, when it comes time to do it live, then you have to have other accommodations, either people playing the instruments or like you said, backing tracks. So I have to kind of program some backing tracks still if I'm going to use them. I don't really have anything at the moment.
No. Um, do you have any other projects that you're working on in the future?
I'm trying to make maybe either an album or an EP. I don't know yet, but that song will be on it. And I have some other songs too that I'm working on recording with myself and my friend Eric is playing drums on them, just like he played on this one. And yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that this little collection of songs will become part of some kind of project. So I'm not sure yet, but yeah,
Fantastic.
yeah.
Um, any last words?
Oh, I just want to say thanks, John. I always appreciate your
Thank,
support. You've been supporting me since I was a little kid, and I always appreciate your time and your support.
thank you. You become a wonderful singer, songwriter, and when I first met you, I think you're 5, 6 years old, playing on that drums at the Tecumseh Corn Fest.
Yeah, I think you're right. I
So
remember
you were
that.
a rocking sensation, opening up for Destroyer. It was fantastic, man, to see you out there, a young, vibrant, you know,
Thanks, John.
young kid on the drums. I hope it inspired many people.
Oh, geez. Well, thanks, John. I
Come,
appreciate
you're welcome. So thanks for coming on the channel, and please subscribe, like, and smash that button for more. There we go. That's a good one. For more.
support plug and play.
Yes, support
Subscribe.
plug and play. Yes, by all means, plug and play. It's here to stay. So
Yep,
get out of
yep.
my way. Your father made that slogan up. So yeah, upcoming events. I got tomorrow. I'm going to see Tease, 1980s
Nice.
band, rock and roll band from Marco Braddock from the Pond Man, and I got Dale Demore from Spies, from 1979 sensation for the punk
Wow.
music that would really hit big in Europe. So that's coming, and I also got Melissa Scott. She is a songwriter and guitar player and model. That's upcoming soon on Plug and Play Productions. So thanks for coming to my channel, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll do another update on your next song to come when you
Sounds
have it.
great. Sounds great, John. Well, thanks so much for your time and for having me on here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for having you, man, and have a good weekend.
Yeah, you too, man. Hey, take it easy. Thanks again.
Peace. Peace out.